ప్లాస్టిక్ ఫోటో సార్
ఇది రెండు
ఒకదాన్నా
పంపిస్తారా?
ఇది శాంపుల్ పోతాను ఏంది విరుగు వాటర్ బాటిల్స్ పెట్టేసి పెడతాను పెట్టేసి ఇటు రెండు పెట్టు యూట్యూబ్ నాకు పెట్టావా? నాకు పెడితే నేను ఇమ్రాన్ పెడతాను.
ఇమ్రాన్ పంపించారు.
ఎవరు పంపించారు? పంపించావా? షూరేగా? ప్లీజ్ సెండ్ దిస్ ఫాస్ట్ ఆఫీసర్స్. ఓకే పంపించారా?
పంపించారు.
మాకు పంపించు. నేను కూడా గురువు తరుగు
ఎప్పుడైనా ఉండాలి.
వచ్చారా? వచ్చారా లేదో చూడమన్నారులే. ఎక్కడ వెళ్ళాక
లింక్ తెలుగులో ఉంటారు.
ఇది షేర్ ఇక్కడే ఉంటుంది.
సరే యూట్యూబ్ లింక్ అంట షేర్ చేశారా అని అడుగు సార్. షేర్ చేశారా అని అడుగుతున్నాను.
ఎవరు చేయాలి? నీచేనా?
నాకెందుకు?
లైవ్ స్ట్రీమ్ 22
అర్థం
మళ్ళీ అడుగుతారు.
లైవ్ మనకు 10-15 సెకండ్స్ డిలే అయింది కదా. చేశారా? గ్రూపులు పెట్టాను చూడండి.
పెట్టావు సిద్ధికి ఒక్కసారి
పంపించేసాం.
సిద్ధికి మాట్లాడు అంటే ఆర్ యూ షేరింగ్ టు ఆల్ ద స్పీకర్స్ అని అంటున్నాడు. ఆల్ ద స్పీకర్స్ అంటే మనం ఎక్కడ మాట్లాడితే మనకి ఎవరు తెలియదు కదా సిద్ధిక్, వాళ్ళు ఎవరు ఐఏఎస్ వాళ్ళతో.
ఆర్ఎస్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్కి అయితే స్టాఫ్ అయితే మనం పంపించగలుగుతాం. ప్రోగ్రామ్ షీట్ ఎవరో కాపీ
ప్రోగ్రామ్ షీట్ ఉండు తీస్తున్నాను మేడం రాగా. ఎవరికి పీపీటీ కరెక్షన్స్ ఏదో ఉన్నా
అవి వదిలేండి. పీపీటీ డీటెయిల్ కరెక్షన్స్ ఏంటి నాకు పంపించండి. ప్రవీణ్ పంపించండి.
దీనిలో ఉంది.
ప్రవీణ్ పంపించండి ఫస్ట్.
ప్రోగ్రామ్ షీట్
కాపీ తీమని చెప్పావా?
తీస్తున్నాడు కాదు
ఒక్కడికే పెట్టారు మేడం.
అది ఒక్కడికే పెట్టే ముందు మేడం పెట్టేసి అప్పటికి నేను వచ్చి చేసిన.
ఇదేంది ఇలా ఇన్ని పేపర్లు పెట్టారు?
కాదమ్మా ఇది ఎజెండా బ్యాక్ ఉంది. బ్యాక్ కంటే ముందు కనబడాలి కదా, తర్వాత సంగతి ముందు.
ప్రోగ్రామ్ షీట్ 4-5 ప్రింట్లు తీయాలా అందరికి పంపించుకుందాం. పీపీటీ పంపిస్తే సిస్టమ్ పెట్టేసుకుంటాడు.
నువ్వే పెట్టావు పీపీటీ.
ప్రవీణ్ ప్రవీణ్ పీపీటీ వచ్చేసి పెట్టేసుకో. అయిపోయింది.
యూట్యూబ్ కాదు
గూగుల్ పెట్టి కొంతమంది
ఇప్పుడు ఒక్కసారి పెట్టలా.
నేను రాహుల్ పాండ్యా సార్ కూడా ఇచ్చారు.
గ్రూప్లో ఎవరు పెట్టా అయినా 100 మంది జాయిన్ అయితే అయిపోద్దా? మరి మన వాళ్ళు ఎక్కువ మంది ఉంటారు కదా. డిఎఫ్లో ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారు నీకు? ఎఫ్ఆర్ఎస్ కూడా ఇచ్చారు. అప్పుడు యూట్యూబ్ ప్రాబ్లం అవుతుంది.
ఎంతమంది వచ్చారు?
చెప్పండి మేడం.
హలో
ఇంకేం ప్రింట్లు తీయించారు? నేను అప్పటికి తీయించాను. పర్సంటేజ్ ఇయర్ ఆఫ్ పాసింగ్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్.
ఏదో సార్ కాల్ ఇచ్చేది మేడం ఎట్లా
మరి ఇదేంటి స్పీకర్స్ ఇది మనకి అమ్మేది ఉదయ చెప్తున్నారు వీటిలో. నేను చెప్తే ఇప్పుడు తీశారు అని.
నేను
ఇచ్చింది ఒకటే కాదు ఇది
3 మిద్యాలు ఆడే ఉందా? ఏది మేడం? ఇది మేడం ఇది నీట్గా పెద్దగా తీసింది కదా.
2 ఉంటే
నేను తీసిన పెద్ద మేడం. ఇవన్నీ జస్ట్ కాబట్టి ఇంత బాడీ తీసి మీకు ఇచ్చాను కదా. నా ఎక్సర్ కూడా చెట్టు ఆల్రెడీ ఆడే పెట్టారా?
ప్రోగ్రామ్ షీట్
ప్రోగ్రామ్ షీట్లో 4 మీకు ఇస్తున్నాను. ఆయన ముడిస్తాను. ఫోటో
4 ఇస్తున్నావా?
ఎవరు కావాలి అనుకోండి.
చదువు ఆఫీస్
అవి పంపిస్తారండి కొద్ది పెద్ద కొండ చదువు కూడా.
చేతనే ఉన్నారు.
ఒకసారి ప్రభాకర్ సార్
అది లోపల పెట్టారా బయట నెక్స్ట్ మళ్ళీ ఇంకొక
ఇవన్నీ ఎందుకమ్మా?
మేడం మేడంకి ఇవన్నీ ఫోటోస్ కావాలి
చదవడానికి కొన్ని బోర్డు పెద్దది మూడు సెట్లు ఇవి.
ఇది బెటర్ కదా.
అంటే ఇవి ఉన్నాయి
ఇది ఒకటి ఇస్తావా నాకు?
ఇది ఇవ్వండి నేను మీకు ఇస్తాను నా దగ్గర ఉన్నాయి ఇంకా ఏం మేడం
ఇది ఒకటి.
ఇప్పుడు ఇవి ఇట్లా పెడితే ఫోటోస్ కావాలి
ఫోటోస్ అయ్యాక
దీంట్లో పెట్టేసి ఏమంటారు
పెట్టి బయట పెట్టది. వెబినార్ మాత్రం బయట పెట్టి ఎజెండా.
ఇది బయట ఇది లోపల
వెబినార్ మాత్రం ఎజెండా బయట పెట్టు.
మేడం మరి ఒకసారి ప్రభాకర్ సార్ షీట్లు లేరు అడగరా
లేడు.
అదే అడగండి మేడం ఒకసారి
ప్రొఫైల్స్ పెట్టమన్నారు. ప్రొఫైల్స్ కూడా తీయాలంటే కదా.
బయట పెట్టా తీసారు. 3 సెట్లు ఉన్నాయి. వద్దా ఎక్కువ సెట్లు పెట్టాలా?
ఎక్కువ పెట్టు, ఇంకోటి పెట్టు. 3 సార్లు వాళ్ళే
మెయిన్ అదే.
సార్ వాళ్ళిద్దరు.
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ సార్.
So this meeting is for all, కదా?
ఎస్ సార్ ఎస్ సార్.
Ticket లేదండి.
11కి సార్.
11 అది 45 కదా?
లేదు 11కి సార్.
45 పెట్టినట్టున్నారు సార్.
ఎజెండా తీసుకుంటాం.
19 మంది దగ్గర అయింది కంగారు పడుతుంది కానీ
నమస్తే. సో ఎవరెవరు ఎంత కావాలమ్మా? అంటే అందరూ హెడ్ ఆఫీసెస్ అందరూ
అప్ టు ఎస్ సార్. సార్ అందరంటే సార్ కాదు రాంబాబు ఎజెండా తీయాలి. ఎజెండా తీయాలి. కాపీ ప్రవీణ్ ఏసీఎఫ్ టీసీఎఫ్ కూడా పక్కన నీకు తెలుసా?
గౌస్కర్ చెప్పండి.
గౌస్కర్ చెప్పండి.
మేడం మీరు కూడా ఒకసారి క్రాస్ చెక్ చేసుకోండి.
గౌస్కర్ చెప్పండి.
చేయాలి టూరిజం వాళ్ళు వెయ్యినా
ఎవరు రాస్తున్నారు ఏంటి చనిపోతారా లేదా?
అదే ఏసీఎఫ్ టీసీఎఫ్
అవును సార్. స్వామి ఎంత ఉన్నారు ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు డీసీఎఫ్లు డీసీఎఫ్లు ముగ్గురు డీసీఎఫ్లు ముగ్గురు సీసీఎఫ్లు ముగ్గురు డీసీఎఫ్లు ఏసీఎఫ్లు ఎంతమంది 5 10 5 6 ఉన్నారు ఇద్దరే కదా చైతన్య మాట్లాడండి లేదా చెప్పాలి
కాదు గ్రీన్ లైన్ ఎందుకు వచ్చింది
కూర్చోండి మీ క్లారిటీ ఉందా మీ క్లారిటీ ఉందా అంటున్నా రాంబాబు టైం పెట్టేసారు సార్ కావాలి
చాలా పొద్దునే ఇచ్చేమన్నారు సార్తో మాట్లాడతారు
మొత్తం రాసి పెట్టేశారు
అదే సార్ సేవ సార్తో సార్
సార్ వచ్చారు
సార్ మాట్లాడతారు నాయక్ సార్ తీసుకుంటారు ఈరోజు మార్నింగ్ పంపించండి మాకు
ట్రాకింగ్ చేస్తున్నారు మార్నింగే బస్ పడుతుంది మార్నింగ్ వేసాను ఇంకేగా రాసి నాకు అప్డేట్ రాసి పంపించాను ఇవ్వండి సాయంత్రం రాశాను
అంటే ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ అవుతారా
Sir, good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ సార్.
Good morning.
సార్ గూగుల్ మెసేజ్ పెట్టాను. గూగుల్ మెసేజ్ పెట్టాను.
ఏమి టీవీ నడుగా ఏమున్నాయో అని నా భయం నాది. అలాగా ప్రాబ్లం ఏదో చూడాలి కదా.
అది నేను లింక్ ఓపెన్ చేసి చూసి మీకు పంపిస్తాను సార్.
నాకే తెలియదు. అని పెట్టారా అది పెట్టాలి.
ఉన్నారు అది కూర్చోవడం బట్ట
మా మీ గురించి అనుకుంటున్నా.
సరే అది నా లాస్ట్ నా చైర్ సార్ మీరు ఇటు పక్కన కూర్చోవాలి నా చైర్
బాగున్నాయి.
నాకు మీ ఎఫ్సిఆర్ది నాకు అకౌంట్ అది నియమాలతో అనుకుంటున్నాను నేను 160
ఏంటి సార్?
ఇవాళ మీటింగ్ అండి మళ్ళీ
ఇది నా అడ్వైజరీ కమిటీ
అది నియమం.
Madam, everything is ready for tomorrow's meeting, day after?
ఆల్మోస్ట్ సార్
We'll discuss in afternoon, okay?
ఎస్
Sir. Good morning. Yeah, no, sir. बस सर 2 मिनट में शुरू करते हैं. जी सर, जी सर, जी सर, जस्ट 2 minutes.
As per 16.
సో ఆడియోస్ వచ్చాక మనం చేసేది ఓల్డ్ ఉంది
సో ఎవరెవరు అటెండ్ అవుతారు ఈ మీటింగ్?
All
వచ్చారా వీళ్ళు?
Okay, we're just waiting for PCA Wildlife to join. How many participants we have, online participants? YouTube link is open. చలపత్ర లేదా లేదా చలపత్ర
లేదు బయటికి వెళ్ళారు వచ్చిన తర్వాత వేరే మీటింగ్ కట్టుకుంటాను
అందులో
మార్నింగ్ సార్
మార్నింగ్
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ గుడ్ మార్నింग
शुरू करें सर
सवाल जैन सर
हाँ
तो मैं मेरे पहले जाना सर चलो
और शुरू करें स्टार्ट चेंजिंग
एक सेकंड मैं क्या participants
So I welcome all the participants to this webinar. The webinar is structured around 6 key themes derived from the document, each featuring an expert speaker to provide in-depth insight. The themes cover the critical aspect of planning, developing and managing a tiger safari while emphasizing conservation and community involvement. The webinar is designed to engage stakeholders, government officials, conservationists, tourism professionals and local communities while ensuring a balanced discussion on feasibility, ecology and sustainability. So I welcome all the participants. I welcome Shri Ajay Jain sir, who is Special Chief Secretary, Tourism Department, Government of India, Government of Andhra Pradesh. I welcome Ajay Kumar Nayak sir, who is Principal Chief Conservator of Forest and Head of the Forest Force, as well as Principal Chief Conservator of Forest Wildlife and Chief Wildlife Warden of Andhra Pradesh. All the senior officials from Forest Department. Madam Kata Amrapali, MD for AP Tourism Development Corporation, and all our eminent speakers, Mr. Srinivas Reddy sir, who is a 93 batch IFS officer from Maharashtra cadre and has a very rich experience in functioning of the Tiger Reserve. Shri Kushag Pathak, who is also a young IFS officer. Neelam Manjunath ji, Imran Siddiqui and Ritu Makija madam. So detailed introductions will be given afterwards. So I welcome everyone to this webinar, all the participants who is part of this webinar and also the viewers who are connected through YouTube. So now I request Ajay Jain sir to give his opening remarks. Over to you, sir. Yes,
yeah
sir.
very much
Sir, thanks for your opening remarks, and it's very clear that why we are having this webinar and what has to be the outcome to develop a plan for development of tourism, sustainable tourism in NSTR. So now I request Nayak sir for his opening remarks.
Thank you, Rahul. I welcome all the dignitaries who are present here and who are there online. I specifically welcome our Special Chief Secretary Tourism, Sri Ajay Jan Saab, and all others present, Sri M.S. Reddy from Maharashtra of APPCCF Kampa, Sri Neelam Manjunath, Madam Professor Neelam Manjunath, Kusagra Pathak, young IFS officer, Imran, our own partner in Andhra Pradesh in the Tiger Front, Mr. Imran Siddiqui, and Ritu Makhija, who will be really instrumental in taking our all programs forward, particularly as a travel and all details regarding everything. She can give us a very big input into this thing. At the outset, as I said, Special CS Tourism has really set out the tone for this today's meeting and workshop, what you may say, that is there always. And you being on the experts, and we in this field of tourism, and we know now, Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh and Honorable Deputy Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, they being very, they will always often be referring to tourism as one of the really growth element, I can say, in the economy in case of Andhra Pradesh. Tourism was always there. Now specifically tourism is now getting connected to ecotourism. When Ajay Jain Saab and his MD Amrapali Madam, when we got connected, we knew that what is the potential which awaits us. So with all these things, I can give a brief outline about Andhra Pradesh. As you know, Andhra Pradesh definitely wildlife was definitely it was there, but tourism was not that much prominent because we are basically concentrating on we had a setback really. Let us go back to our this thing, that prior to 2010, we had our own internal problems as far as forest areas were concerned, and wildlife really suffered a lot at that time. But we have recovered very fast. And NSTR, as you know, definitely we have recovered fast, and we have developed our small ecotourism initiatives with the help of community. We have always taken community along with us. So that is a thing to be remembered when we develop ecotourism and merge it with the bigger gamuts of things of tourism. Definitely, the communities will be there with us. Those things are there, and the few good examples I can tell you definitely is that Bairluti that is there, which is definitely even people are really happy to find out the nature there, and at the same time the wildlife including tigers. Similarly, Pacherla and Tumalabailu, it is there as far as inland tourism is concerned. In the coastal side, if you can say mangrove areas, we can say Koringa is there, Koringa, Krishna, then Koleru, for that matter, Pulicat. These are tremendous potential, and even tourism, we can say that tourism and ecotourism together, they are flourishing in these areas. Let us not this thing. Only thing is that we have to gel together to see that we make it a very comprehensive package for the entire thing to take off, and we can work together that we can find out. Now, while Special CS has already really spelled out lot of many things what awaits us, definitely we need to hear the experts who are associated with today, and many others who are there online who are listening to us. They can also send their feedback to us so that we can make this task possible. So with this, I can say that I really thank all the experts and experts in the field who are associated with us, and all the senior officials of tourism department, forest department who are there. I specifically thank Mr. Ajay Jain, our Special Chief Secretary Tourism, who has made this really possible. He was behind us to push us to this level. At least we can take up from here now together. Thank you. I thank all of you, and I really expect a wonderful output from this workshop, and we can have a definite timeline, as it has been spelled out 6 months, but I'll be working really every month to find out where we stand, so that at the end of 6 months we have really achieved something. That should be the tone set for the workshop. Thank you all once again. Rahul, to all of you.
Yes. So thank you, sir. For the benefit of all the experts and our viewers, I would like to present a brief about NSTR. So here I would like to share with all of the participants that Nayak sir has served there our principal CCF off from 2008 to 2011, and afterwards 2011 to 2015 I served there. So just I'm going to share a brief about NSTR. So Tiger Conservation NSTR in Eastern Ghat landscape of Andhra Pradesh. Next. So it is the largest tiger landscape in the country. Area coverage is in Kurnool, Prakasham, Kadapa and Chittoor districts. So there are 4 districts where this entire landscape spreads. Then management control with 8 forest divisions, protected areas in landscape, NSTR, there NSTR, Lanka Maleshwara Sanctuary, Peninsula and SVNP. So there are 4 sanctuaries and 1 national park in this entire landscape. Geography of the area includes the pristine Nalamala and Sheshachalam hills. Next. Administrative jurisdiction, PAs in the landscape, the total area among the PAs is NSTR is 3,728 square kilometer, the largest tiger reserve in the country. Lanka Maleshwara Sanctuary 462.42 square kilometer, Peninsula Narsimha 1030.9 and Venkateshwara Wildlife Sanctuary 525.97. It includes a small portion of national park also. Corridor also, it is one of the well-defined corridor which we got approved in the Tiger Conservation Plan. So corridor includes 6 forest division, 21 ranges, 125 beats and 1173 compartments. So we can say more than around 10,000 square kilometer area. It is basically connected with forest with the notified reserve forest only. The area in the corridor is around 4,645 square kilometer, out of which 1392.38 square kilometer, that is in the form of protected area. So corridor passes through 6 forest divisions, Nandyal, Pradittur, Kadapa, Rajampet, Chittoor East and Tirupati. So it talks about the vastness of the landscape and everywhere it is connected with the forest. So we have not included any revenue area in corridor, and the width of the corridor at almost 99.5% area, it is more than 2.5 kilometers. Next. So this is the landscape. So it's a very large landscape, starts from Mananur, which is in Telangana, which is part of Amrabad Tiger Reserve, ends at the SVNP, which is the Sheshachalam Hill. So you can see basically this is the map showing the entire landscape. Next. So again this thing, so only there is one small place where the width of the corridor is about 1.25 kilometer, but luckily a lot of these revenue hills were available there. So there were some diversions in the forest department, so we have taken a lot of land there as CA land, which we have notified as this protected forest under section 24. So here also now almost we are getting the width of 2.5 kilometer, that is near this in Pradittur area. Next. So NSTR legal status, largest tiger reserve of India, 3,728 square kilometer, final notification in 1998, buffer area was declared in 2012, 1194 square kilometer of GBM sanctuary was notified and as extended code to NSTR, and this 1194 square kilometer area is absolutely pristine. It is one of the best examples of moist deciduous forest without even a village. So there are no habitations at all in this 1194 square kilometers. Very difficult to get such beautiful areas. Next. So this is basically showing the divisions and all. Next. And these are some established protocols which usually happen in every tiger reserve. So we are also doing that. Foot patrols, vehicle patrols, night surveillance, grid surveys, camera traps in the grids, collection of pugmark signs. So all these activities are taken up by camps, patrolling camps in the area, which are about 19 numbers. Next. Scientific protocol of monitoring of tigers, grid survey, each grid survey and all those things. Imran will be talking in more details. Next. So steps of habitat improvement, so something we have done. So now what we are going to discuss today in thematic discussions, thematic presentations, that how to improve the population of herbivores, a proper prey base for the tiger, as well as habitat augmentation, so that we can have presence of the tiger as well as the herbivores, so that viewing is better. Next. Habitat improvement activities, all this maintenance of grasslands, weed removal, fire protection. So we have identified some 5 safari routes. So we are going to take up these activities in much more extensive manner in that area, so that visibility improves, as well as we have the proper fodder. We have augmentation of the prey base. At the same time, maintenance of the cart tracks. So all these things we maintain, so that tourism can improve and people can have a better experience once they are in the tourism zone of the tiger reserve. Next. So sir, some of the pictures. of the this lot of this pumps we have fitted. These are the solar water pumps, and it was only basically to recharge the water in the prominent water bodies so that wildlife has need not to migrate during a pinch summer period. Next. So monitoring of the tiger, so like it's a very large landscape, an entire area is classified into the groups, into the grids. Imran will be talking about that in detail. So that exercise we started in 2012, and now the entire NSTR is divided into the grids so that we do the monitoring regularly, and around 87 tiger was being recorded during the last census. That is the minimum number, 87. Next. So these are the blocks you can say. These are the spots or dots which we can see there. These are the number of the these are the locations of the camera traps where even now beat guard goes there and fixes the camera and carry out this thing. Next. So protection network and all those things, 60 plus 30 more base camps, so 90 base camps and all those things. So they are in the place. Next. Then we had this special strategy for the fringe area also. Next. And these are the very, this riverine forest also is there. So it is basically the entire tiger reserve is crisscrossed by Krishna River. So this north side of the Krishna River, south side of the Krishna River is NSTR, and north side of Krishna River is Amrabad Tiger Reserve. Next. So all these are the mobile base camps and all to mobilize our people and all. Next. So every day the pug marks are collected as well as the signs of the camera and all those things. Next. So these are the basically basics of the camps. Next. We have a primitive tribal group in NSTR. Those are the Chenchu. So they're the lifeline of the tiger reserve. More than 350 families directly have been involved, where we have provided employment at least to the one member from each family. So they are excellent animal trackers. They have very good knowledge of the science, and they are wonderful protection personnel. So augmenting it augments aging and inadequate forest staff, and this outside poachers penetrating the NSTR is a safeguard to employment of the Chenchus. Next. So notable initiatives we would like to show a few. Next. So this is one of the eco-tourism centers in NSTR. If we see this left side, it is Pecharla. It is in near Nandyal, and second one is Bayaluti, that is close to Atmapur. Next. So these are the cottages and tented accommodations and other various facilities which are available there. This is the environmental education center in Sunipenta, where our this NSTR earlier this office of the FD used to be there, which is now shifted to Nandyal. So it's one of the very nice environmental education centers, and a lot of people go and visit it. Next. So this is basically biolab in Sunipenta. This is also visited by mostly by the college students and the intermediate and 10th class students. So it has wonderful collection of specimen and all, and itself it's like we can say a live laboratory. So a lot of learnings take place when people visit that. Next. So this is an ecological knowledge park. So it is also visited. It shows the entire evolution from single-celled animal to the evolution of the tiger. So this is basically what I was trying to share before we start our thematic sessions, that this is about basic about the NSTR. So now we will start our discussion this thing. So first theme is feasibility and regulatory compliance of the tiger safari. So speaker is Dr. Shanti Priya Pandey. She is additional principal chief conservator of forest, 1997 batch officer, and looks after wildlife and HRD. So, and she has worked extensively to bring out the ecotourism policies, which is policy for Andhra Pradesh, which is now with the government of Andhra Pradesh, and soon it will be placed before the Council of Ministers, and the policy will be in place. So I request Dr. Shanti Priya Pandey to take the first theme, that is feasibility and regulatory compliance for tiger reserve.
A very good morning to all the senior officers, audience, and also the participants on the online platform. So we will start with the first theme. I will take off from where Rahul Pandey has left with reference to the brief introduction on NSTR. We start with a positive note. I'll just play you a clip. Yesterday we have seen these 5 cubs. So tiger is really bright in this NSTR. They're playing around. There are 5 cubs. This is close to Rolapenta. ED Atmapur has shared this. So we have a population of about 87 tigers, which comprises of about 10 to 12 cubs. So we have a sizable population of tigers, and that is why tiger tourism becomes significant. And as Ajay Kumar Naik has suggested that because of certain insurgency issues in the past, especially prior to 2010, we had a lot of issues with reference to Maoist occupation of NSTR, that we had some issues with reference to running tourism on a full-scale basis in NSTR. But now, after addressing issues of conservation and protection, we have been able to focus on other issues with regard to education, awareness, and also at the same time promoting tourism in the area. Can you go to the presentation, please? So go to the 4th slide. So as Rahul Pandey has already discussed about NSTR and its administrative structure, we will go to the 4th slide. Now, there is a plan to, in fact, re-notify this NSTR with extended areas. Primarily, it was 3727 square kilometers. Now, we are planning to expand it to about 5442 square kilometers, which includes the corridor area. So, there is a plan to improve this beyond the 3727 square kilometers jurisdiction it has. Next. Now, these are the primary functions: the environmental, the social, and the economic concerns. As you are aware of the IUCN definition, which states that ecotourism is environmentally responsible travel and visitation to relatively undisturbed natural areas in order to enjoy and appreciate nature, that promotes conservation, has low visitor impacts, and provides for beneficially socio-economic involvement of local population. So the fulcrum is the community, and we will have to address all these functions called the environmental, social, and economic functions to have a sustainable ecotourism in the area. Now, with reference to the legal aspects, basically, tiger tourism or tourism in a tiger reserve follows the guidelines of 2012. This is the communication from the MOEF, which suggests that certain guidelines have to be followed while taking up tiger tourism. So we will be addressing each and every individual issue subsequently, but we are looking at tiger tourism from the next slide, please. Now, we are looking at tiger safari products. We have identified 5 safari products. Some of them were pre-existing, like the one in Bioluti as well as Pacherla. Now, there is an issue, because of issue of promoting tiger tourism, we are looking at how to enhance these products and strengthen them so that we have a larger draw of visitors to NSTR. The first one is with reference to the Veligode area. We will be looking at this product, and also we will be looking at the Nalamara jungle camps with the Bioluti safari area. Then we have Tumal Bailu, and also with reference to Pacherla and Digumetta. The pre-existing ones were the Pacherla, the Bioluti product, and Belgodu and Digumetta will be added subsequently. Tumal Bailu was on a small scale, which we will be enhancing in this particular aspect of improving tiger tourism in NSTR. Next. Now we look at Tiger Safari Belgodu, the first product which we are going to develop. Next. Now, what are the strengths? The strengths are, it has 2 options. There is one option of Nalla Kalwa to Tigalamada, which is about 10 kilometers, and Nalla Kalwa to Ridrupur Watchtower. This is about 13 kilometers. Now, the location is basically the buffer and core of Nagarjuna Sagar Sri Silent Tiger Reserve. It has reserve forest and the compartment numbers, which are the basic units of forest identification, and it basically comprises the north peak of Elgode Range, and also the proximity or approach to this particular safari. From Nandyal, it's about 40 kilometers, Kurnool about 70 kilometers, and from Hyderabad to handle the Hyderabad crowd, it is about 220 kilometers. Now, apart from the safari, now this is the safari route that is being planned. Next. It has a very good view of the meadow on the safari. This is the meadow which is covered by the backwaters. Next. This is some kind of representation of the spotted deer in the meadow area. These are herds of spotted deer spotted there. Next. What is the feasibility? Apart from the fauna distribution in that area, we have forest types of dried residues, moist residues, woody grasslands. So the Wellgood Reservoir is the highlight or the hallmark portion of the safari. Then fauna, what can you see there? Carnivores, it includes the tiger, leopard, wild dogs, sloth bears, as well as small cats. Then herbivores, we can also spot the spotted deer, black buck, nilgai, and sambal. And how do we know that? Because we do regular camera trapping exercises there, and we have been able to trap images of these both fauna, that is the carnivores, as well as the herbivores. And with reference to the flora, the strengths are, we have a whole lot of species, especially with reference to the Terminalia, then Hardwickia species, the Proclosperma, Diospora. These are some of the important species apart from the wild grasses. So the feasibility study involves floristic studies as well as faunistic studies. Faunistic studies, we do it through the camera trap methods, and in the case of flora, we have done a vegetation analysis of the area. So both the biodiversity, that is with reference to flora and fauna, are good with reference to the feasibility of the safari. Next. Now, infrastructure, basically there's a road there, so it requires some kind of maintenance. A road is already pre-laid there. And also with reference to certain streams, there are a number of streams crisscrossing the area. Some kind of culverts as well as maintenance operations are required. And the case of because this safari is close to the landmark, that is the Sri YSR's landmark there. So we will be developing certain parking facility, information kiosks, as well as entry grades, so that the visitors, before entering into the safari, have some kind of basic amenities to attend to before they proceed into the safari. Then with reference to approvals and compliance, this Wellgood Tiger Safari has already been proposed in the Tiger Conservation Plan, because any tourism plan in case of tiger reserves has to get approval in the form of Tiger Conservation Plan. The Tiger Tourism Plan becomes a part of the Tiger Conservation Plan, which is approved by the National Tiger Conservation Authority. Presently, we have submitted this Tiger Conservation Plan and we are awaiting approval. Then in the case of this is included in the core as well as the buffer plan with reference to Wellgood. And the next product, next please. With reference to this Wellgood Tiger Reserve, Tiger Safari, the accommodation is at Byerluti. I'll just share certain pictures of this reference to the Byerluti camp. Now, how does the existing safari track look like? It looks pretty, it needs a little bit of maintenance. So, and because the streams are crisscrossing the safari area, so we need to do some kind of maintenance in developing culverts so that water is given a safe passage. Next. We need to do a little improvement to improve the visibility, especially with reference to water management, so that we have a large number of water holes in the area based on the watershed principle, so that once the water holes are developed in that area, you have a lot number of prey base visiting these water holes. And once the prey base is in the water holes, definitely tigers and the other carnivores will follow them, and it improves the visibility. With regard to the vegetation management, you need to create view lines about 20 meters wide on either side. These view lines will help in improving the visibility of wildlife in the area. At the same time, we have to address issues of weed. Excess weed has to be removed, especially with reference to the cassia and other weeds. And also certain non-palatable grasses like Aristida grasses have to be removed. And to understand what is the presence of wildlife in the area, regular camera trapping exercises should be done, so that this gives inputs to the tourism personnel about the presence of certain carnivores, which also helps in improving the visibility. Next. Now this is another woody grassland which is found in this particular safari. They can appreciate the vegetation and grassland which is woody, which has a savanna kind of appeal to it. Next. So the design is basically the existing track has to, is only one way. We are planning to extend it also, and also at the same time strengthen it so that it is safari motorable. As well at the same time, because the area is gentle terrain, you can also think of looking at EV vehicles also flying in that area. We have a very good viewpoint in terms of that Rudrakod watchtower. You have a very good view of the Gundluprameshwaram Wildlife Sanctuary from this Rudrakod watchtower. Then the infrastructure that is being developed is basically eco-friendly with reference to local materials and also bamboo being utilized. Next. Now this is the view from the Rudrakod watchtower in this safari route. you can have a panoramic view of Gundlamameshwaram Wildlife Sanctuary from this watchtower. So basically, with reference to location, with reference to the accommodation part of it, the accommodation is in Bailuti for this particular safari, which is about 20 kilometers away only. So the people will be residing in these camps, and they can go negotiate for the safari about 20 kilometers from this area. That is, Velgore is about 20 kilometers away from Bailuti. Whatever visitor amenities have to be looked at from the safari point of view, this will be developed near YSR Smriti Vanam, which is quite close by to the entry point of the safari route. Next. Vehicle management, presently we are thinking of operating 2 safaris, one in the morning and one in the afternoon, one between 6 to 9 a.m. and the other part of it will be in the late afternoon between 4 to 6. And depending upon the carrying capacity, we will decide on the numbers, the vehicle numbers, and also depend upon the carrying capacity, which the carrying capacity also will be looked into. And we'll have a very efficient wireless communication in place so that with reference to the fauna sighting, the tourism communication can be built up so that whenever a tiger or leopard is sighted in the safari, information can be passed on through the wireless to the other parties so that the vehicle parties can be taken there where exactly the carnivore, especially with reference to tiger leopard sighting, is noticed. So that is what I've suggested about the safari timings and permits. Now, presently we are operating our own vehicles, but considering that we will be collaborating with the regular tourism department, they will also bring in their vehicles, and a certain amount of conservation fee should be paid so that it goes back to the community for strengthening this tourism potential in this area. Then with reference to guides and naturalists, we are promoting the local guides, that is basically the Chenchu population, they'll be trained as guides. And with reference to naturalists, any youngster, any teenagers who are interested in a wildlife awareness and also trying to showcase the potential of this area, such educated youth will also be promoted. Okay. So this is the general principle on which the Velgore Tiger Safari product will be developed next. Then revenue sharing with Forest Department, basically as per the guidelines issued, most of the revenue goes back into Tiger Conservation Foundation. There's a foundation which looks into the general conservation protection as well as tourism part of the Tiger Reserve. So it goes back and it is plowed back into the system for the community development, as well as at the same time, it also looks into alternate livelihoods apart from tourism, so that the tourism infrastructure can also be, tourism infrastructure can also build in from the revenues earned in the Tiger Conservation Foundation. Then local community involvement, local villages will be employed as safari drivers as well as guides. Alternate livelihood opportunities are also created. For example, like this cloth bag making, then mushroom cultivation, bamboo artifacts promotion, etc. Then eco-sensitive practices, basically with reference to issues like avoiding littering, plastic, minimum wastage, also utilizing solar power as an alternate option to the general electricity. Then also looking into various vehicles like electric vehicles, flying of electric vehicles to promote eco-consciousness, and also sustainable waste management practices with reference to solid and liquid waste management. And also at the same time, inculcating this practice of distributing conservation publications like posters, brochures, as well as stickers. Next. Now the DPR, the way forward for this safari is looking into the DPR preparation and also project finalization. We are looking at for funding provision. Apart from the Tiger Conservation Foundation, we are also looking at BioSAP and also any state funding like the One Bihari project or any other funds that are available from both at the central government as well as the state government. And then we go into the execution of the work, because we were given a deadline of about 6 months, so we will be working into this aspect. Now on a similar line, we have the next Tiger Safari, that is the Bailuti. Now this has some night accommodation in terms of next piece. Now, there is already a pre-existing route of about 19 kilometers safari route. Now, there is a package for a night stay in this. So basically, you have better sightings here with reference to wildlife. And there is a very good natural water body in terms of Suddhakunta and a number of waterfalls. And there is another important point, that is the Gangaraju Cheruvu. This is another water hole which attracts a large number of fauna. Now, there is an existing watchtower, and we are also looking at an old fire line maintained from the British period. This is the Veeranna fire line. This is another important management practice. The visitors can get to see this old fire line maintained from British period.
Time order. We'll include in the minutes.
Okay, so basically the thing is, we are handling about 5 products. Can you run this? Then we have this Tumal Bailu product. Next, please. Next slide. So this is also looking into the feasibility status, how to include vehicles, and how many vehicles have to apply, and how many visits can be planned in a single day. These are the things we will be looking into. This is the next product, that is the Bailu tea product. The third product is the Tumal Bailu product.
Go a little.
Next, please. This is at Tumal Bailu. We have better sightings here. In fact, tiger sighting is a sure shot in this because of the huge waterfall, which attracts a large number of rabies. And this is in Markapur division, and we are also looking at strengthening this product so that there's better visibility, and also it attracts a large number of tourists. So this is how the landscape looks in this area, and we are also increasing it to the Narumamidi Cheruvu. There is an important water point there, so we are planning to increase the existing safari length to the Narumamidi Cheruvu. Next. 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 This is what is the present tour, but we are extending up to about another 5 kilometers to Narumamidi Cheruvu. Next. You can see grasslands, water bodies are different. This is how the landscape looks like, with a lot of artificial water holes also created. These are the kind of fauna you can see in this particular safari. Now we are extending it to Narumamidi Cheruvu. That is what I was telling about. Now it has a interpretation facility which has it has interactive exhibits which can speak about the tiger and its landscape. Next. This is a Pacherla. This is another product which we are going to strengthen. This is the old Chelama. In fact, there is one tiger called the Chelama tiger. It is seen on the railway tracks of these Chelama. We call it the Chelama tiger, where sometimes during the afternoon you get to see this if it is moving or crossing the railway track. Next. It has very important locations like this, rock cuttings, where the old railway line, you can see the bottom photograph, where the old railway line, which was laid during the British time, you can pass through this particular passage. Next. This is Reguman Kunta. This is a very good water hole, and it has a scenic location. In fact, Pachela has good birding areas also. Just about 1 to 2 kilometers from Reguman Kunta, you can have good birding areas, and these are the fauna seen in that area, Pachela Safari Route. You get to see both tiger, leopard, wild dogs, sloth bears, exhibits in this area. This birding is an important attraction in Pacherla, apart from the carnivores. Next. 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 So basically, by improving the water holes, you will improve the sightings also.
Next.
Next. This is CBT Pacherla. Next. We have good souvenir shops also in this area. Next. This is the last product, that is the 5th product, the Gumeta. This is also sharing boundary with the Gundla Mammeshwaram Wildlife Sanctuary. It's a very good buffer area, and it shares some stories with reference to the Kenneth Anderson, where tiger sighting took place somewhere in the British period. There's a very well-known story. If you just click on to Google and study about this particular Oblace Penta, you will get an idea about very comic interpretation of how the sighting took place. Now next. So basically, we're looking at these 5 products, enhancing them and also strengthening them so that we improve the tiger safaris in this SPR. Already the pre-existing ones were Bailuti and Pachella. Taking from the experience of Bailuti and Pachella, we will be strengthening the other tourism products. We will be looking into the DPR preparation, looking at the funding, implementation part of it, and see that the safari moves ahead. And with reference to the feasibility part of it, because time is short, I would ask you to I request all of you to go through the guidelines, 2012 guidelines of tiger tourism and in the reserves. There are certain communications also with reference to infrastructure that needs to be developed in core and buffer areas, and how not to use and how to use certain infrastructure is also given in detail with reference to these guidelines. So that would basically our tourism policy also follows the guidelines of 2012 at the same time with reference to the general ecotourism guidelines. So the ecotourism policy is in draft stage, which we have submitted to the government. And once we get the cabinet approval, the ecotourism policy should be in place. And apart from this, because there is an emphasis on the tiger tourism part of it, we have developed 5 products, and these 5 products will go through the DPR preparation stage. And once we get into funding, definitely implementation will take place. And we will also hear from other tiger experts in the area so that they will be able to influence us, especially with reference to Tadoba, because the Maharashtra kind of experience which the state will be sharing, we will also try to imbibe from them whatever experience they had. Thank you.
So thank you. So our second theme is habitat enhancement for tiger sighting. It is by MS Reddy sir, APCCF Campa, Maharashtra. So I will just read the brief. Academy is a 1993 batch Indian Forest Service officer from the Maharashtra cadre with a strong academic foundation in computer science from IIT Delhi. He has served in critical leadership roles across Maharashtra's forest landscape. His extensive experience includes heading major tiger reserves such as Melghat, Pench, and Navgaon, Nagzira. Notably, he spearheaded the voluntary rehabilitation of around 20 villages from key wildlife habitats, balancing conservation with community welfare. Recognized with the Sanctuary Asia Wildlife Service Award, Mr. Reddy is a leading figure in conservation and capacity building. Under his leadership, the Chandrapur Forest Academy earned outstanding accreditation from NABET, ranking among India's top 10 institutions alongside Indira Gandhi National Forest Academy. His visionary approach bridges on-ground forest management with strategic training and research. So, sir, I request you to take this session, sir. Yes, sir, you are audible, sir. Yes, sir.
वो करना है. Sir, one submission, can you just put it in full view?
Reddy Saab.
Zoom it, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. At least. Yeah.
Sir, I submit, just we will finish off all the presentations and then we will go for question and answers, sir. Sir, thank you, sir. So now I request, one second, so, no, 4. So now I request, we'll take first theme number 4 and then we'll go onward. So that is conservation and community integration, the paradigm shift. So speaker is Lieutenant Kushag Pathak. So Deputy Director, Buffer, Tadoba, Andheri Tiger Reserve. So Lieutenant Kushag Pathak is an Indian Forest Service officer of 2015 Maharashtra cadre, currently posted at Tadoba and Andheri Tiger Reserve, a marine engineering graduate from MERI Kolkata, previously worked with international shipping firms before joining the IFS. His tenure spans key posting in Chandrapur, Sholapur, Balarsha and Thane, including a stint at the Wildlife Institute of India. He has led several impactful initiatives, notably developing an AI-based conservation project in Tadoba, that was praised by the Honorable Prime Minister in Man Ki Baat, February 2024. Mr. Pathak is also the first IFS officer selected for a TA Commission grant. An all-rounder, he secured AIR 29 in the UPSC Forest Service exam, holds a national medal in kickboxing and has demonstrated leadership both at IGNFA and his college. His diverse background bridges technology, wildlife and public service with remarkable synergy. So it's over to you, Kushar. And my request, Kushar, that we will stick to 15. We are a little delayed, so we will stick to 15 minutes. You are audible, you are visible. Your presentation also, we can see your presentation also. So, thank you, Kushagra. It was a wonderful presentation, and it is great to know that so many things you are doing in Tadoba, and that's why it has emerged as such a wonderful site. Okay, so we'll discuss the questions afterwards. So our next theme is eco-friendly infrastructure by Professor A.R. Neelam Manjunath, CEO founder, CBGMT School of Simple Living. So, Professor Neelam Manjunath is an eminent architect, planner, activist, and the founder of the Center for Green Building Material and Technology. With over 30 years of experience, she is a pioneer in sustainable architecture and a leading voice in the use of bamboo and other eco-friendly material in construction. As the principal architect of Manasaram Architects, her work blends traditional wisdom with the innovative green technologies, focusing on climate responsive and resource efficient design. Her contribution extends beyond architecture. She has been a key advocate for policy change and capacity building in green construction. A recognized expert in bamboo technology, she has represented India at numerous global platforms and has received multiple awards for her work in sustainable designs. Her vision is deeply aligned with nature conservation, making her a powerful voice in dialogues on ecological resilience and sustainable development. So, ma'am, it's over to you.
Betul.
Ma'am, sorry to interrupt. Please. Ma'am, I request a little bit to speed it up, so it's time is getting this thing. Thank you, madam. Ma'am, thanks a lot for your wonderful presentation. And our next team is going to be monitoring square kilometer, including Amrabad and NSTR. Holding a master's degree in wildlife biology and conservation from NCBS, Siddiqui employs scientific surveys, GI expertise, and community collaboration to address poaching and habitat degradation. His initiatives include snare removal, prey analysis, and training over 2,400 forest staff through 100 plus workshop. A passionate advocate, he shapes policy and serves on several committees and boards such as Telangana State Board of Wildlife. His impactful work earned him Sanctuary Wildlife Service Award in 2018 and prestigious Kalsis Award in 2016. So Imran, it's over to you. And before you start, I would like to thank you to support department in organizing this webinar. So very well done. So please start. So Imran, you can start. Imran, you are on mute. Yeah, now you can start. Yeah. Thank you, Imran. So it's a wonderful presentation. So now we have reached to the last theme of the webinar, that is tiger tribes and tourism, building a sustainable tourism ecosystem, marketing and promoting responsible tourism. So it is by Ma'am Ritu Maklija. She's the Director of Sustainability at TUF Tigers and a seasoned responsible tourism consultant with over 25 years of experience in the tourism sector. She has championed grassroots sustainability through workshops and close engagement with the travel trade community. Her keywords include promoting certification schemes like TUG, Footprint, and Travel Life among accommodation providers and travel agents to drive responsible consumer choices. She curated the TOF Tigers Knowledge Series during the pandemic, bringing industry voices to inspire the trade community, and has also contributed to organize the Madhya Pradesh Travel Mart for 3 consecutive years. So it's over to you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Not yet, ma'am. You want us to play from here? We have your presentation. Change. So can you see that, ma'am? Now it's full slide mode, yes.
बात है 12 बजे आएगा कल दिल्ली में.
Thank you, ma'am. So all the eminent speakers have presented on various themes which we identified for this webinar. So now I request Ajayan sir, this is our question answer session, sir. So please your remarks, sir.
Concluding the past day.
So, sir, we are going to do one thing. So, on the basis of all the presentations, we will bring out certain action points, and we will provide sufficient funding. So, this year for habitat improvement in Campo also, we have made a provision of around 6 crores, as well as foundation is there. And if we require, we will go to the government also for some more funding. So, we will do that. And regarding these 5 safari routes, we will have a detailed DPR for each and every route, sir. That what needs to be done, so that whether it is basically improvement of the habitat or it is augmentation of the prey base, we have to bring out this Chital sambar from outside also to supplement. So all those things, sir, we will just bring out the action points, and that action point also we will basically break it up into monthly activities, as well as this presentation of Kushagra was really wonderful, sir. All presentations were very good, sir. But which was like more practical, which we can basically replicate, is the presentation of Kushag, and we will ensure that we call him also, to invite him also once to NSTR. And we just finalize all the activities which we are going to take it up, and we have a timelines for that. So accordingly, we achieved the vision of our Honorable Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister, sir. So now I request, regarding question and answer session, if any questions are there, so they can be raised, and all the experts will be giving the answers.
Any online questions?
Uh, so any questions?
Please.
So here I have one question. Thanks, Krushak. So here I have one question from Ritu ma'am. So, like, suppose if we want to have the training of our guides and drivers, and also your organization can support us in that? I think you are on mute. Thank you very much, ma'am. We'll come forward for that, so that we can have basically a tailor-made kind of training program for our this thing. So anybody else would like to ask? You can. So, ma'am, your question is aimed towards whom? Like, who has to reply your question, madam?
We'll do a collaboration with the tourism department.
So, otherwise, we'll do one thing that today I think Ritu ma'am can help us in this also. So, we look forward for your interventions, ma'am. So we will do one thing, ma'am. We will come out. We will just jot down all these points and get back to you. So where you can assist us, and we can work in collaboration for that. Okay, ma'am. Okay. Any? Please raise. Okay, Krishnamurthy, tell me. So Krishnamurthy will work on it. So it's your concern is well taken. We will work on it and we will find a solution so that we work more closely, both the departments. Okay. Okay. So any other question? Please carry on, madam. So we will work on it. So here tourism department and forest department may coordinate. At the same time, we may seek help from the Neelam Manjunath ma'am also. So now basically today it was like that we heard so many experts. Now next step is first of all whatever doable points are going to be there. At the same time that from experts that how we can rope them in and in a collaboration how we can work. So that's very important. Otherwise, what happens without the expertise? Sometimes we attempt to do so many things, but that cannot be done professionally. So far, I didn't attempt tourism in NSTR, but when I was field director, so we worked only on the scientific part and we roped in best of the people. That's how Imran also came to us. So we roped in our National Center for Biological Sciences, Bangalore. We roped in Hyderabad Tiger Conservation Society. We roped in WCS, that was Wildlife Conservation Society. And we came up with a model that because best of the people, they were working with us. So we came up with a model that it is one of the best possible monitoring in the country. Right now also. So that way in tourism sector also, we have to have basically small plans that for what area, what we are going to do. And let's collaborate with best of the people because we are not going to do something which has to start from the scratch. So much has been done. Whatever now Krishak was there, so many things like Tadoba and Andhra Pradesh or NSTR or many other protected areas of Andhra Pradesh, we share the same habitat. So either it is going to be dry deciduous or it is going to be moist deciduous forest. So many things will be doable. So they have reached to a stage and it didn't happen overnight. From them also it started all in 2006 and now we are almost 20 years down the line. So they are at this stage. But here there are many things which we can replicate. So like that we need not to go to the scratch. Just whatever we are supposed to do next 1 year, let's plan it. So it has to be our departmental support, our NGOs, tourism, forest, at the same time support from the experts. Ma'am. So ma'am, we are looking forward to you, to work with you, and my request will be to Conservator Forest and Field Director NSTR to come up with all the plans and then we involve best of the experts and let's move on and that way we can go forward. Yeah. Akhil, just one thing, we have heard you and we will get back to you, okay? Okay. No, we totally understood. So we totally understood and we will talk. Okay, we will understood, we will talk, okay? Okay. Sir, you said absolutely right, sir. Our product has to be very, very strong, very, very powerful, automatically attracts everything else. Till the time our product is not good, sir, like it's very difficult to run the tourism. Sir. Sir. So, and thank you, sir. So, any other questions or we move on? Any other? Ma'am. Ma'am, Ma'am, we are considering it right now in NSTR. Almost we are starting from the scratch. So, so I don't think so. Very soon we are going to reach to that stage. I remember this Tiger conservation plan. which was there from 2014 to 24, which was written by me and my team when I was FD. So we have given a clear-cut chapter in that. I don't remember that much, ma'am. I'm not looking after this subject, but there is a clear-cut chapter in that what is the carrying capacity. I still remember that we have proposed only 5 routes. Altogether in that tiger conservation plan, there were 11 routes. So another 6 routes also, so far we are not initiating them. So first we would like to firm these 4 only. At the same time, madam, there was this thing also with the help of Hayward equation, it was being calculated that what is going to be the carrying capacity of the tiger reserve for tiger also per 100 square kilometer. So all the studies have been carried out, ma'am, and we will be very, very careful once we start that. So we are totally aware of it that once our product is strong, that a lot of people come, lot of pressure and all. But I don't see that thing happening in near future. Meanwhile, we'll take care of that also. Right now, its only thing is, like so many people, they come there. At least if we are able to aim 1% and they go around and they get educated, they come to know about the tiger, that such a beautiful landscape is available. So it will be a good success for us. Imran would like to add anything? So I think with this, like any other questions? So what we do now, we request we will skip this because these learnings and way forward will come out of today's discussion only. So there is no point discussing right now. So I request now, because it's already 2 o'clock, so already we have overshot by half an hour. So I request Deputy Director Gidalur to extend vote of thanks to all the participants. And, sorry. Who's coming?
Yeah, certainly. Why not?
Just 1 minute. So, sir.
So thank you, all of you. Definitely, I could attend to many themes which were discussed today, and certainly we have to have a roadmap how to go about the things in tourism and ecotourism in Andhra Pradesh. And as I can say, it was a very highly fruitful interactive session, and with all experts and senior officers participating from all over the country, I can say. So I believe I thank you once again, and we'll be again certainly meeting again till we firm up the things. So Rahul, please you may continue.
So now I request DD Gidalur to extend a formal vote of thanks. Thank you, madam. So we can basically close the webinar, and I request team NSTR to come up with all the action points. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
आज का कार्यक्रम